Hey guys, so today I have these 3 miniature builds and I'm gonna do this video. So a lot of you guys may or may not know that my friend RJB Films did a video on these mini tanks and how to build them. Well, he came at school. He came up to me. He's like, "Hey, you should do, since you're like you're Lego Bro #1, you're like a Star Wars fan, you should do some like video of like mini like Star Wars vehicles and how to build those." So here I am. I'm giving give all credit to RJB Films for the idea of this video. All right, so start off, before I get into the building process of this, I will give you some basic information on this vehicle. So, this is a Repulsor Craft class Imperial vehicle. This is the model is a Trexler 906 Armored Marauder, okay? Let's get into the actual building process of the vehicle. All right, so here are the pieces you will need for the build. I won't go into any much detail of what the exact pieces you will need, but this would be the time that you would pause the video to like collect all these pieces. And the one thing I might want to point out is that these actually have holes in them. That's very important. They can't just be any regular studs. So make sure you find 1 regular stud and then 2 with holes in them, right in the middle, because those are very important. So let's get on to the building. Okay, so this next part is pretty tricky. That's why I'm actually talking to you guys. Because what we'll end up doing is that we will clip this onto there, but we'll need to angle it slightly inward once it's actually on there. And then you also have to adjust the length that this is on the clip. So sometimes you'll have to push it back farther, and sometimes you'll have to pull it towards the edge. So let's start with this side. So start by having it at just a regular length. Place that onto there, and then slide it back until it touches that edge. And then once you do that, place your thumb onto the clip and onto the little circle thing so that it's firmly in place, and then twist it until it hits that little wall. Alright? Now we will do the same thing on the other side, so let me show you again on the other side. So, clip that onto there, slide it all the way to the back, place your thumb to steady it, and then angle it in. That's all you need. And so it'll make this nice angled shape. So then when you put the head on, the cockpit, it's nice and angular, and it looks very sleek and smoothed off. That's about it for the Trexler. So I hope you are happy that you can now build an easy little model, maybe to display or use in a miniature MOC. So now let's move on to the next build. So now we will move on to my personal favorite of the builds. It's actually my favorite Imperial vehicle, and I'm glad I have this now miniature version that I built. So this is the TX-225 Occupier tank. The class is just a ground assault vehicle, right? And so this is one of the Empire's, like, I guess, Imperial, like, ground vehicle. So this tank I absolutely love. Here is it before, and now let's get on to the build. Alright, so here we have all the parts for it. So now would be your chance to obviously pause the video, collect all these pieces. But before I do, like the Trexler, it has these parts over here. It's these bricks with the studs on the sides, right? So I forgot to disclose that some of them are different than others. Like this one has studs all around, right? This one has just one stud on one side. This one has studs on two opposite sides. And then these are kind of weird because they have these, a stud, but it's indented a little bit. And then it's also got that gap in the middle so you can place pieces there. So I forgot to mention this, but sometimes you can get those confusing. So these are actually very important to get this exact way. So, because it only works this way. So just a disclosure about that. You might want to look out when you're, like, collecting those pieces. But pause the video, again, if you need to. Collect all these pieces, and let's get straight into the building. All right, moving on. But that occupier tank was pretty cool though. So, but anyway, moving on. This one took me a little while longer to build. It's gonna take a little while longer for you guys to build too. But this is the this is a long name, but the HCVW A9.2 Juggernaut Transport. But we don't like saying that really long name all the time, so it's also commonly known as the Imperial Combat Assault Transport, or the Imperial Juggernaut, or like something like that. But anyway, this one, we have only ever seen it once. It showed up in Mandalorian Season 2. Oh, let's get right into it. Alright, so here are the pieces you need. Some of these pieces, like these black studs, have the hole in them, right? So they make these nice circles. So these two in the front right here do for sure need those circles on the inside, just because of how they attach. But these 8 in the back don't, because they're just the wheels. I think they look nicer with them, but they don't need them if you can't find that many studs with holes in them. And then over here might be one of this. I didn't count as the 8, because this stud I'm actually using as one of these grays, and this is also I'm using one of these grays. But it's just I couldn't find them. I couldn't find enough grays, but it still works because you can't see it in the build anyway. But moving on, let's get right into the build. there you have it. So, again, thanks to RJB Films for the idea, and thanks to you guys for watching. Have a great day. Leave a comment down below what you want me to see, what you want to see next, whether that be Ninjago, Star Wars, something else, anything Lego, basically. And if you want to, and also leave a like and comment if you want to see more mini builds. I'll catch you guys later. See ya.